It was a clear, sunlit afternoon at the Pacific Blue Marine Park, so pristine, so ideal, that it felt like a dream. Spectators filled the stands, their voices a vibrant hum of excitement and curiosity. Among them sat friends, families, tourists from distant lands, all drawn by the promise of spectacle, of witnessing the bond between human and marine performer. On the platform above the glistening pool stood Jessica Radcliffe, a radiant figure in her mid-20s, clad in her sleek marine trainer suit, the logo of the park emblazoned across her chest. With her refined posture and the calm confidence in her eyes, she seemed at ease, as if dancing on air. The show began like any other. A music cue, the gentle rise of a wave, a crowd leaning forward in anticipation. Then, from the deep blue, a graceful dolphin emerged, gliding through the water with practiced precision. It leaped, arched, and dove, and Jessica followed its rhythm. Together, they moved, one controlled and graceful, the other undeniably wild, yet tethered by trust. Cameras clicked, children cheered. For a moment, the world held its breath at the harmony unfolding between woman and mammal. Jessica and the dolphin played their duet. She twirled, leaned forward to offer a gentle touch. He responded with a nudge, a splash, a carefully choreographed mimicry of dance. Then it happened. What began as a seamless performance began to falter. The dolphin hesitated mid-leap, eyes flashing. Jessica's smile frozen. A miscalculation, a split-second misstepped. No one could pinpoint exactly when the tide shifted. Suddenly, the dolphin pivoted not with grace, but with force, a movement so swift that it blurred time. Jessica found herself off balance, body tipped forward. A gasp rippled through the crowd, shock, as the trainer tipped over the edge of the platform, arms flailing, hair catching the light. She plunged into the water. The water swallowed her world. Sound muffled, air fled. The audience's collective gasp transformed into silence, then horror. Underwater theatrics of trust turned into something else entirely. The dolphin, as if startled by fate itself, lashed out. The water roiled, shadowed by a flurry of flippers. Above the surface, confusion reigned. The crowd leapt from their seats. Staff rushed forward, but they were too far, too late. Moments later, the chaos became clearer. The trainers nearest the pool scrambled. They tried to cut through the water with practiced strokes, flinging lines, deploying net barriers. But the pool had transformed into a battleground, glinting and deadly. Jessica emerged, pale and battered, her body drawn back to the platform by helpers. Her eyes, once steady with confidence, now reflected pain and shock. The park's medical team rushed in. Staff and lifeguards formed lines, clearing a path, applying first aid. The crowd watched a silent sea of horror, confusion, and sorrow. Some wept. Others stared, frozen. Jessica was carried off, her silhouette slipping behind curtains and out of view. Outside the echo of emergency sirens, a storm of speculation began to rage. Some whispered about muscle memory and instinct, how a wild animal like a dolphin, no matter how trained, could react unpredictably. Others blamed the pressure of performance, the stress, the unnatural conditions of captivity. This version, however, dramatic and detailed, is exactly that. A version of narrative woven from fragments, visuals, rumors. After all, there is no Pacific Blue Marine Park. There is no verified trainer named Jessica Radcliffe. Investigations have found no record of such an incident in real life. No local news coverage, no official statement, no police or medical report corroborated anything like this ever happening. The Economic Times. Yet, despite its lack of factual basis, the story spreads fan by the same media that feeds our fascination with danger and the unexpected. Screens across social media erupted with clips, screen grabs, memes. Viewers watched and shared, convinced they saw something real. On edges of platforms like TikTok and Facebook, digital sleuths debated authenticity. Fact-checkers recognized AI footprints, audio clipped with unnatural pauses. Water movements that didn't ripple authentically, voices too monotone to be real. Experts flagged inauthentic shadows and footage. The park's name searched on maps led nowhere. The trainer's bio could not be found. Everything unraveled under scrutiny. The Economic Times. Still, digital rumor does not easily die. Comments beneath reposted videos, coded pleas for truth surfaced. Could it be real? Or look at the water, it's too real. Yet other voices called it out. One commenter on Reddit wrote, "It's completely fake news. There was an incident in 2010 with Telecom the Orca, but nothing recent like this." Reddit. That reference to Telecom was rooted in fact. In 2010, a gruesome incident occurred at SeaWorld when trainer Dawn Bronshaw died, after an orca grabbed her and pulled her underwater. Widely investigated accident that sparked debate on marine captivity. The Economic Times, Wikipedia. The difference? That was real, documented, reported, investigated. The story of Jessica Radcliffe. None of that. But every myth carries kernels of truth. Writers and editorial voices seized on these threads, weaving reflection into the tale. Orcas can be funny, gentle, even friendly. Read One Piece. Scientists documented resident orcapods in British Columbia that sometimes allowed dolphins to swim alongside them in real alliances in nature's wild. Networks The Economic Times. A narrative emerged. Wild and intelligent creatures, captured in commercial settings, forced into performance against instincts shaped by generations. In the heart of a suspected accident, fabricated or real, lay an unavoidable question. What price does entertainment extract from nature's freedom? To the untrained eye, the video appeared instant. But the story, fabricated as it may be, grew slowly. Day 1. Clips circulate. Nobody questions the origin. Day 3. Fact-checkers and authorities respond. Denial surfaces. Day 4. Discourse shifts. People ask larger questions. Day 5. Pieces appear exploring ethics, AI manipulation, marine welfare. By day 6, someone had written a blog, The Jessica Dolphin Accident, a cautionary tale of marine safety and awareness. The conclusion, whether fiction or fact, it stirred conversation about human responsibility in the wild and the fragile boundary between entertainers and wild spirits vocal. In the end, there was no Jessica, no accident, no severe injuries because there was no incident to begin with. But the echo of the fable lingers. It whispers in the minds of those who love marine life. It resonates with the disquiet of captivity's cost. It questions our digital gullibility. And it stands as a reminder that sometimes the most compelling story is the one we almost believed.